Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a science video since I'm a second year health science student now. So today we're going to do biochemistry. Some of you might not be aware what that is, but I'm really going to do basic science, so basic GCSE, year 11 stuff, British stuff anyway, so I'm not sure what goes on in Scotland, Ireland and whatnot, but you can listen anyway and see what you think. So basically today is about subatomic particles, atoms. I'm going to look at a periodic table and just general sciencey stuff. So I'm going to start with properties of subatomic particles. To bear with me looking down at my sheet, it's just notes for me in case I get a bit lost and then I'm talking gibberish like I am now. Right, so basically subatomic particles consist of two things: mass and electronic charge. That is basic science. If you're in year 11 you should know this, especially if you're in my year. I'm year 13. It still feels weird saying that. Right, okay, so each subatomic particle, obviously, it all is made up of protons, neutrons and electrons. Another basic thing. Right, so the mass of the protons is 1. What would the charge be? Give you a minute to think. It'll be +1, like +1. Okay? Neutrons, mass. The mass of the neutron is 1. So what would the charge be? Well, none, because a neutron is neutral. Neutron, neutral. That's how I remember it. Electron. The mass is almost 0. So what would the charge be? Got to think it's 0. So where are we going, positive or negative? Going negative, it's -1, okay? So I hope you're keeping up with me so far. This is just basic stuff. I'm just recapping, you see. Right, so a subatomic particle. This is the nucleus, the centre, okay? That is made up of protons and neutrons. Positive charge and neutral charge. Okay? On the outer shell of the nucleus are electrons. Depending on what element it is, they have different shells and different amounts on each thing, right? So an inner shell can only hold 2 electrons. I don't know why, that's just the way it is. Right, okay? So, if you think about it now, since I'm doing biochemistry for health, this is a health related video. If any of you are just watching for science, this is health science. So if you're going to college to do health science, then this is a good video to watch for second year, because this is the sort of science that we do in second year. This is my assignment brief, biochemistry for health, so I'm just going to give you a quick all-round purpose read, just so you can keep yourself up to date with this. Right, so basically it's made of 4 learning outcomes. The first one is knowing the structure of molecules for life. So that's just like molecules and what they make up in the human body and whatnot. And then the second one is understanding the principles of something which I can't say. So yeah. Anyway, so this is the periodic table. You can probably just see these ones I've highlighted. These are the main ones in the human body, which I've been told by my science teacher. So if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. Right, so we did hydrogen, which has is 1,1 basically. So hydrogen, when you draw it, central is the H, that is basically the nucleus, which is saying what it is, and then there's one shell on the outside with 1 electron on it. Really simple. Hydrogen is literally the simplest thing on the periodic table. The next one we did was carbon. Carbon is a tiny bit more complex. So you got your C in the middle for carbon. This time you got 2 shells. You got 2 on the inside and 4 on the outside. And why? You might ask why is that? Well, it's because the atomic number is 6. The atomic number is 12 and the atomic number is 6. So the atomic number is the number of electrons. Okay? Number of electrons which go on the inner and outer and further shells. Yeah. So the electron arrangement is 2. So what would the electron configuration be if there's 2 on the outside and 4 on the inside? 2 on the inside and 4 on the outside. 2.4. That's how we write it, 2.4. Right, so the next one we did was nitrogen, which is 714. So the number of electrons is 7. So obviously we can only have 2 on the inner shell, so there's 2 on the inner shell, and then we got 2 at the top, 1, 1, 1, right? So what would the electron configuration be? If you think about it, 2 on the inside, 5 on the outside, 2.5. Really simple. This is just really basic stuff. I'm just taking you back if you're in my position when you've forgotten things since school because you've had a year out. I'm taking you back. Oxygen was the next one. Obviously oxygen is very important in the human body. It is how we stay alive, you know, everything is very important. So the electron configuration. Right, so you got oxygen in the middle, and then you got 2, because it can only hold 2, and then you got to think, the number for oxygen is 8, so how would I lay that out? You do 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, okay, so it's like 4, 5, 6, so the electron configuration is 2.6. Really basic. Obviously this is a refresher, so hopefully this is helping you. Sodium. We're now onto our 3rd shell. Getting a little bit more complex. Not hugely, but a little bit. Right, so obviously the symbol on the periodic table for sodium is Na. The number is 11. The number of electrons is 11. So you got 2 on the inner shell because we can only hold 2. We've got 8 on the outer, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then we have 1 on the 3rd shell, equaling the electron configuration 2.81. Simple. Okay? So if you're at home and you're learning this, go back and watch this video again and try and draw it. I always find that helps. I've got all mine drawn out like this. Not very neat, but that's how I do it. The last one we did was chlorine. Obviously this is only short. We did this in our first lesson. Chlorine, right? So, chlorine on the periodic table is Ci. And Ci. Bear with me a minute, I'm looking at my periodic table. Ci. So the number is 17. Obviously on our inner shell we can only fit 2, like I've told you every single time. The second shell will have to be full up to 8. So that's 8. And then what have we got left? We've got 7 left. And our 3rd shell obviously can hold 8 as per our 2nd shell. So we put the 7 on the outside. 2, 2, 2, 1. Okay? So there we go. Really basic, simple science. But I just think that really helps because we kind of went back to it not having a clue what to do. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I'll just recap over the fact that the inner shell can only hold 2 electrons, the second shell can only hold 8, and the third shell can only hold 8. Just bear that in mind, that is quite an important thing to remember. Also, the periodic table, you can find that online easily. Obviously, we got given this in class, but I've photocopied it so many times. I've put it everywhere. Like, I love looking at it, it's just so amazing. So yeah, so if you are a health science student, I'm a health science student level 3, and if you are, feel free to comment or like reply video me, because I want to know how you're doing, because to be honest, I find it quite easy and I'm quite impressed with myself. Don't want to sound jammy, but there we go. So yeah, thank you for watching this video about science. There'll be more sciencey videos coming up because I'm doing physiology of water and fluid balance, which I find absolutely amazing. Last lesson we used microscopes to look at cheek cells. I did that at school, but it's like a revisit. Obviously we haven't did science for a year, which is very depressing. Now we're doing loads of science, it's really good. So watch out for more science videos, because I'm now going to become science girl. Thank you for watching. Bye!